Hey guys, welcome back. This is IELTS Speaking Part 1. Today we have the first five questions of the first part of IELTS Speaking. I'm going to read the questions and also give appropriate answers to these questions. So let's get started. Topic number 4, free time. If you haven't watched the first seconds and the third topic, you could go back and check our playlist. That's IELTS Speaking Part 1. What do you usually do in your free time? What do you usually do in your free time? Well, in my free time, I first of all I work a lot during the day, and the weekends as well. But every evening around 6 p.m., I go out for playing basketball, and sometimes I go out for doing boxing. So it's either going to the gym for basketball or boxing. That's how I spend my free time. And sometimes during the day, at the weekend, I go out for having lunch or dinner, depending on my availability. And in some days, I could watch a movie, which doesn't happen very often, but once in 2 weeks, sometimes once a month, I have my moments where I sit down and enjoy a good series or a movie. Question number 2, do you prefer to spend your free time alone or with others? Well, I prefer to spend my free time with others, depending on what I'm doing. Sometimes alone with a movie feels better. It also depends on my energy. So when I go to the gym, obviously I'm with my friends. We're practicing together, joking around, trying to do some boxing here and there, lifting weights. And when I go to play basketball, it's the same thing. It's the most important part of my social life, going out for sports, and I love team sports, obviously. So when I'm doing team sports, I wouldn't prefer to be shooting hoops by myself. So I usually prefer to have my friends with me. So we are like a group of 6 people. We play half court 3 by 3. What did you do in your free time when you were a child? Okay, looking back in the past, growing up in a different era, I could say. Like nowadays, kids have the iPads and their phones all the time. We didn't have those things, so we had to play outside. So I usually, me and my cousins and I could go out for hours, just playing in the streets, having fun with the kids from other households. And we usually came back afternoon for lunch, going back again, especially the weekend when we didn't have school. So we spent a lot of time outside playing football, probably, hide and seek or playing hunting and those kind of stuff. So yeah, those were the main activities, and that's how we enjoyed our childhood, in our free times. Question number 4, has your free time activity changed over years? Yes, my free time activities has changed over years. During when I was a child, as I told you, I spent a lot of time outdoors. When I was in the middle school, I was in a boarding school, so we spent most of our free time talking to our friends, sometimes trying to play football a little bit and basketball. I wasn't very sportive. And then going to high school, we didn't have a basketball court, so I didn't like playing football. So I didn't have a lot of sports, so I started practicing martial arts. So I spend most of my free time doing this and sometimes going outside with my friends, going to the town center, eating food, talking and visiting different places. And then in the university, I joined the gym. I was lifting weights, doing a little bit of boxing, theater, though the course was very demanding, but I always had time for free time activities. And here comes the last question. Do you think it's important to have hobbies? Yeah, I think hobbies are really, really important. And some people are lucky enough to turn their hobbies into their livelihood, kind of like they're earning money doing their hobbies. This is really, really amazing. For instance, if you are into learning languages and you can turn this hobby into a source of income, so you're always going to have fun exploring new cultures and new languages, while you are actually earning money out of it. I think nowadays it's like a thing. A lot of people prefer to turn their hobbies into source of income, so they could actually live the life they want to, having fun while working. Obviously, work is work, but having hobbies in your life is something different. And some people would argue and say that hobbies is about actually having to do things or doing things without getting paid out of that. Or it doesn't have to feel like it shouldn't actually, it shouldn't feel like work. So that's a different perspective. So if you're earning out of it, you're doing it in daily basis and you have to do it, maybe it's no longer a hobby, it's a job. But I usually think or dream of the combination of the two. Yes, guys. So that's the end of our sample answers for this IELTS part one. I'm looking forward to doing more videos for part one and then later moving to part two and part three as well. So if you haven't subscribed so far, subscribe and leave a comment below and tell us what we can do better. I'm wishing all the best. Take care of yourself and looking forward to see you in our next video.